everybody, I am here today with a new layout. I'm playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life's 30 Days of Sketches. You saw the sketch right there. There's a little bit of mixed media on the sketch, so I decided I would start out by putting a little bit of mixed media onto my page where the sketch kind of suggested it. This layout turns out so completely different. So all the mixed media that I'm going to do right now gets covered up, like covered up completely and covered up intentionally. I'm going to be using my How to Kill a Kit with Style, and I matched this embellishment mousse to some of the papers in my kit. And I had kind of an idea of the photo I wanted to use, so I knew that this would match. I used the little hearts and things like that. I started by kind of stenciling some of these hearts in two places, and then I'm kind of smudging the edges just to give them that little bit of, I didn't like how the sharp edges around the stenciling, so I went ahead and kind of just smooshed it. You're going to laugh so hard when you see where this layout goes. But anyway, so I'm going to smudge out the edges, and then I'm going to add some sprays. I added some black spray and some gold spray. And then I'm going to set this off to dry. And this would be a really great background if you wanted it to be. I think it would have worked really nicely with the sketch. But, well, then I changed my mind about just about everything. So I went off camera and did some die cutting. I let this set and dry off to the side. I went off camera and I did some die cutting. So at this point, I still think I'm going to use that. I die cut one of these beautiful die cuts from Spellbinders, and I chose a photo, and my photo is totally different. And then I took these scraps of paper and I cut the edges with a Pinkfresh Studio edge die. It's a set of 5 or 6 different edges. It's a really cool die set. I really, really like it. I'm going to go ahead and kind of map my photos, and at this point, I've changed my mind about my pictures. So this photo is of my best friend. Her daughter got married the end of March during the pandemic. So when she got married, there couldn't be more than 10 people at the wedding. So originally the wedding was going to be in May. It was going to be big and, like a wedding. And the bride in these photos, because you're going to be seeing more of them, I promise, she graduated with my oldest son. They grew up together. I have pictures of them when she was born and in the hospital. So this was kind of a really kind of special wedding for me to be a part of. And in the end, I wasn't able to be. They zoomed the wedding. But my best friend is also a scrapbooker, so she's been sending me all these wedding pictures, and I've been loving them, and I just decided at the spur of the moment that I was going to do one of these wedding pictures. So I die cut my Spellbinders die. I added all the different layers. I'm going to go ahead and I used some of the specialty paper from my kit from Tonic, and we're going to create a wedding layout. At this point, I'm still thinking I'm going to use my background. So I'm still thinking that it will work. It's hearts. It still coordinates with my How to Kill a Kit with Style. It should work. It should be okay. But right about here, I'm like, you know what? I want to use a full band. So the way that the sketch calls for it's more towards the center, and then you have the mixed media kind of come out. And about this time, I'm deciding, you know what, I really want to do a full band of pattern across with my photos. I have them all kind of matted here, and this is what I want to do. I'm still kind of thinking the mixed media will work. There just won't be a lot of it, but you don't need a lot to show. It can still be, it'll be all right. So I'm going to kind of get this here, and I think I can still work with it. I am going to kind of trim this up a little bit. So all these pattern papers are either from Prima or they are specialty papers from my How to Kill a Kit with Style. And I took all the scraps. I had so many. If you watch my How to Kill a Kit with Style April kit show, you'll know that I had so many like scraps of paper. And I was able to use oodles of them on this page, which made my heart happy. It worked out really well. So this is where I'm starting from. Now, the next part of the sketch that I really loved were all these banner pieces. And so I thought that these fun little die cut edges would make these really cool banners. I die cut an array of them. I cut all of the dies from that die set. And I'm just trimming these down a little bit, and I'm going to let them overlap. And I have some that are vellum that I'm going to use. I'm going to kind of put them up, up and under. And initially I thought, well, I'll put vellum over that mixed media, and then I can still keep those two mixed media sections visible. And then as I start to layer them, I'm like, you know what? No, this is all getting covered up. But I'm still thinking that I can work with that top piece. So this bottom piece is all getting covered up. But in my head, I'm still like, all right, well, I can still kind of work with that little bit at the top. It gives me a nice natural place to add some embellishment, kind of use that little bit of mixed media up there as like the base for the embellishment. And okay, so we're still good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to layer in all of these beautiful edges that I die cut with all these different pattern papers, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of start to get them stuck down. And I love how that looks so pretty. So the other thing I really liked about the sketch was that there was these it looked like it could be washi tape, it could be strips, but there's a strip at the top and a strip at the bottom, and I had this pretty washi tape included in my kit, so I decided we're going to go ahead and use it. So this washi tape I got from Christina at Redefined Creative, and I don't think it goes with a special set or collection. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fight with these washi taped flowers. Okay, these are Prima washi taped. They're washi stickers, so they're all kind of stuck together, but apparently I've kept them in my stash too long because they are, oh my gosh, it's like an Olympic sport trying to get them separated, and they all want to stick together, and they're really sticky, and so when this kit is done, when this month is over, those are hit in the trash bin, whatever I don't use, because they're just so much work to try to figure out. So I decided I was going to go ahead and cover up some of the smudgy bits of the mixed media with some of these washi tape flowers. You can see how I kind of started up there. And, from way up high on my camera looking down at the layout, it doesn't look terrible. Like, it looks okay. I could probably have left it there. And what I'm doing is I'm putting a cluster at the bottom of this washi and then a cluster at the top to kind of add these floral pieces. But I'm not liking the top, and I'm not liking those mixed medias, the mixed media. So you know what I'm going to do? I have two more of these edged pieces that I had cut, and I didn't use at the bottom. And I'm like, you know what? We're going to pop these up at the top and just cover all the mixed media up. So, that happened. And I really like how this turned out. It turned out so much nicer. I mean, the mixed media was fine. Don't get me wrong. There was nothing wrong with it. I just went a whole different direction than the direction when I started the background. And I didn't want to waste the paper. And I did consider pulling all of it up and then saving the background for something else. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to. It was just that simple. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to. I'm just covering it up. So I'm adding another little cluster of these little washi stickers. I'm going to fight with them. You can see they're like a hot mess, let me just tell you. But I am determined I'm going to use up as many of them as I can before the end of April. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If I don't get frustrated and just turn around and dump them in the bin before then. So now I'm going to go through some of the little embellishments. I don't want a lot. This layout's pretty much done. But I want to add a couple, something cute. So I want to kind of tuck these little 3D flowers and butterflies up into these clusters just for a little something extra because I thought it looked so cute and wonderful. And also because I have pretty much used all of the pink florally paper that was in my How to Kill a Kit with Style just by die cutting all these banners. And so now I have a lot of Zella teal left in that kit, which is a lot of teals and wood greens and papers that would work maybe more for like a boy layout. So I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go with this kit after this layout. I find this adorable little tag that I really like, and I'm actually going to use that tag as my title so that my title's a little, yeah, well, I don't know. I think of the title as being this little bit that I'm going to do now, but it could be the big die cut too. Both would work kind of as a title. I'm going to go ahead and I want to add some of these gold, say it in crystal pieces, gems that are in my that are in this kit because they match the gold in that tonic paper. And so that tonic paper is embossed and it's stunning and so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. So I'm super glad that I could kind of showcase it on this page. So I'm going to add the little gems, and then I think the last little thing I do is add below. So I moved that lovely just a bit, and I'm going to put a couple below it using these puffy stickers that were part of my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit. And that's going to be the end of my layout. So I'm going to use that title, Lovely Couple. I'm going to add some gold to the bottom because I have the gold gems at the top, then I have that big gold piece in the middle, and I'm going to add some gold gems to the bottom to kind of pull everything together. I think that this layout turned out wonderfully. I was just so in the mood to make a pretty layout, and I have these beautiful wedding photos, and I promise you there will be way, way more wedding photos coming because this girl is super special to me, and I want to make her wedding be a big part of our 2020 album. So I will talk to you all again very, very soon. Bye.